Hi, this is Ashley Dion for Hop on Pop Culture with my review of The Social Network. So I saw this film this morning, and to me what stands out most is Aaron Sorkin's writing. Aaron Sorkin is a god of dialogue, and his presence is evident in the opening sequence, probably more than any other sequence in the entire film. You have this banter between Jesse Eisenberg and Rooney Mara, who's playing his girlfriend. And it was wonderful. And Eisenberg's not a very likable character, even from the get-go, but it was so clever on both sides of this little fight they were having that you can really tell that Aaron Sorkin is behind it and that no one else could be. It's a dialogue movie, it really is, but his writing pulls you through in a way that is fun and interesting, whereas if this was written by someone else, I don't know that it would have turned out to be as good a film as it is. I'm going to move on to David Fincher. David Fincher, usually when you look at something you can tell David Fincher directed it, but this is not the case with this film, and in a way I think that's a good thing. I love David Fincher, but on the surface this doesn't scream Fincher, which is good because it's not really fitting with this film, I don't think. A lot of his earlier work, Seven, and if you go back to some music videos that he directed, it's kind of dark and gritty, and it doesn't really mesh well with this kind of a story. So you can detect some Fincher, especially certain scenes, but I think he knew how much of himself to put into this project and how much to leave out, and it turned out really well. And the combination of Fincher and Sorkin, it was like a dream team, at least for me. I am very impressed by both of these guys, and it was really cool to see how this came together. As far as acting goes, Jesse Eisenberg does a really good job, and you know when you're watching it that it must have been hard to memorize all the things that he memorized and to spit out this material as rapidly as he spits it out. At the same time, to me, the gold star performance of the film is really Andrew Garfield's. You feel sorry for him at the right moments, and you laugh at him at the right moments. The writing was so funny in a way, with all of his problems and his crazy girlfriend, that it's hard to not laugh at him at times. But he knows when to look super vulnerable and when to just bring you down with him and, make you laugh with him or at him, and he does just a superb job. Superb. Armie Hammer plays twins in the film, and he does a really good job as well, because the twins, at one point, they kind of come to an agreement on their course of action, but at the beginning it's like they have opposing viewpoints, and to see a guy play two characters, different mannerisms, and just kind of different values in a way, was very interesting to me in the same film, and he did a wonderful job. And as far as Timberlake goes, Timberlake kind of made you hate him and think he was cool at the same time. And it's like his cool is what's so manipulative about him. And you almost feel like he's manipulating Zuckerberg, but he's also manipulating you. I don't know that everybody will really go for it, because he is a kind of despicable character. But I think part of you has to let him in, which was interesting. He did a really good job with that. I guess all of these elements sort of thrown into the mixer together is what makes this a really brilliant film. But I must say that to me the ending was a little weak. I don't know how I would have ended it because I haven't researched the film, or really researched the subject, I should say, like Sorkin must have researched it, obviously. You know, he insisted on reshooting the opening sequence, or I think it was where Zuckerberg was blogging, because they found out he was drinking Beck's, and Fincher wanted it perfect, so they actually rewrote it and went back and reshot it. But to me, I mean, I'm no expert on it, obviously, but I don't think I could have ended that movie that way. And it was really, really good, but the ending, they should have tweaked something, because to me that was the only letdown of the entire film. That's pretty important. The beginning and the end are pretty important. That being said, I will give The Social Network a 4.5 out of 5. Thank you for watching my review. This has been Hop on Pop Culture with Ashley Dion.